All right, so lesson 3.1 is the first lesson of chapter 2. So we're moving on. We now know that the moon jelly population in Glacier Sea has increased because there were more births than deaths since 2000. Now we have to figure out whether it was the births that increased, do we have lots of little baby jellies, or have the deaths of jellies gone down for whatever reason. The next slide shows diagrams representing the two claims we are considering. So we just talked about this. The size of the moon jelly population went up. That could have been because the births went up. So we had 2 before 2000. After 2000, we had 3. Now, of course, these are just scaled down numbers. There are hundreds and thousands of jellies at Glacier Sea. There are not just 6 jellies. Or the deaths went down. So we had 2. Now we have 1. So if we have less death, we're going to have higher population numbers. Chapter 2 question we're going to consider to better understand what could have happened to the jelly population. What could have caused the births to increase or the deaths to decrease of the moon jelly population? So what 2 things could have happened, or many things could have happened, to cause those 2 situations? We're going to first focus on what could have caused the births to increase by investigating what can change the number of births in a population. We're investigating what could cause the number of births in a population to change, and reproduction is the process that results in the birth of offspring, as you already know. So we will focus on learning more about this process. Reproduction is the process of creating offspring. Offspring is a fancy word for babies. Okay, so reproduction produces babies. So next you're going to read from an article set called Reproduction and Energy. You're going to read, you're all going to read chapter 1, okay, which is this little bit here and then a little bit on the next page. And then you're going to choose one of the other 4 chapters. So you're not reading all 5. You're going to read chapter 1 and then pick one other one that interests you to read to learn more about the births in a population. So you're going to read and annotate chapter 1, then choose one of the other chapters to read and annotate. So if I click my link, it's going to take me to Amplify. When you get here, you want to click the blue Reproduction and Energy article set. And you will find your chapters up here in the left-hand corner. So you're going to read this first one, Reproduction and Energy, which is chapter 1, all the way to the bottom. Read and annotate. And then you're going to pick your next one. Chapter 2 is about salmon, sockeye salmon. Chapter 3 is about the emperor penguins. Chapter 4 is about fireflies. And chapter 5 is about elephant seals. So you're going to choose one of those 4 to read. You do not have to read all of them. Remember, as you read, you should be annotating. When we go to do our second reads is when I will grade your annotations. So what you want to do then is click the number 2. You can go ahead and open your Chromebooks if you don't have them open. And go to number 2 for today. And that link will take you to the article set that I showed you. When you're finished reading and annotating, you can work on missing assignments if you have any.